Well, good morning. This is Dave the Stamp Slave again. It is New Year's Eve 2010, and Ann's out of town for the day, so I thought I'd put together a video here for the new year. So Happy New Year in advance. And here is the project that we're going to do, and this is a little gift card holder made out of an envelope and a bunch of other stuff. And here's where your gift card would go in. Okay, now I have to turn this around, realizing that I'm working upside down here. Okay, so there's the project. Gift card goes in like so. Close it up. And off we go. Okay, so to start out, I've gone ahead. I kind of like to lay everything out ahead of time and get things ready to go. So here are all the things we're going to need. A couple of different inks. We'll go with Basic Black and Cherry Cobbler. Okay. Our stamp sets will be Silhouette Sentiments. That's the first one, and we're using 2 stamps out of that. See if we can get these up here, the 2 flowers. Okay. This one is from Punch Potpourri. And these 2 will be from the Teeny Tiny Wishes set. Alright. Of course, we need our envelope, and this is just a simple Whisper White envelope. Good pair of scissors, bone folder, and you'll need some Whisper White cardstock. The Whisper White is going to be 2.5 inches by 4. So we've gone ahead and gotten everything cut up already so that this will go a little faster. So 2.5 inches by 4. We've got Cherry Cobbler, which is 2 3/4 inches by 4 1/4. And by the way, there are 2 pieces of each of these. And finally, Basic Black, which is 2 5/8 by 4 1/4. And don't worry, I'll put all of this. I'll put a list of supplies on the blog. Then we have a couple of strips, a longer one and a shorter one, of black taffeta ribbon, and then some snail on a sponge. So, good to go. Let me move stuff out of the way here so we can get started. And I'm going to kind of get things prepared, and then we'll assemble everything all at one time. So first thing I'm going to do is take my envelope. Let me move these out of the way since they're already set up to go. Oh, and I forgot to mention basic rhinestones. We'll also use those. So I'm just going to set all this off to the side here. Alright, our envelope is going to be folded in half, and this is what's going to make up our card holder. Okay, so I'm going to take that and fold it exactly in half, like so, and use a bone folder to really get a good crease on that thing. Okay, there you have it. So now what I'm going to do is create the pocket by cutting the flap here right up that fold, just up to the top of the flap. Now, in order for this to lay flat when you fold it up, you're also going to want to take a little bit more of a sliver out of this so that it won't catch. So I'm going to just take a small extra slice here. I'll just yank that off, and I'll do the same on the other side just for grins. Just to give us room to make that fold without it binding up. Okay, now we're going to stick this side down, so I'm just going to go ahead and moisten this. Like so. And then here's going to be our little pocket. Okay, so there's your pocket. This is sealed, and I'm going to set this aside. Now we're going to go ahead and make the front. Okay, and that, as you can see, is a piece of Cherry Cobbler with a piece of black with a piece of white all on top. And go ahead and stamp these up. And just to save time, I've gone ahead and stamped this one primarily because these rhinestones, pardon me, these rhinestones I find a little difficult to manipulate. So I went ahead and made this up ahead of time. And we're going to take some cherry cobbler. Easy for me to say. There we go. Use my stamping sponge here. And then just get a little of that kind of on the edges. I think I'm overdoing that just a bit, but that's okay. You get the idea. Okay, just want to kind of, good enough. All right, that's the front. And we're going to take the other two pieces of cherry cobbler and the black and set those up first. And like I said, the cherry cobbler goes on the back and then the black goes on top. So I'm going to use some snail to attach the two pieces like so. Let's see if I can manipulate this well enough. Something like that. And then do the same thing with this. You can see I was practicing there. Makes it a little tough with the rhinestones already being on there, but that's certainly doable. And there we have the front already set, so I'm going to put that aside. Now we'll work on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to do this piece first, and we'll set it up the same way. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it first, just in case I make some mistakes. So this is going to be my cherry cobbler again. I guess I could have left that open. And we're going to take the stamp out of the Silhouette Sentiments. And I'm just going to stamp that kind of off the page a little bit just to okay, same thing here. And I'm not going to re-ink that because it was pretty well inked the first time. So I'll do the same thing here, maybe give it a little bit more. There we go, kind of like that better. And while I have that open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this piece on the envelope. So that's going to be my other flower stamp. This one right here. And we'll go ahead and put that kind of down here in the corner. Like that. Okay, now let's fight with these rhinestones a little bit. Like I said, I have a little bit of a tough time manipulating these, so bear with me. I had to get out one of my computer tools. There we go. So I'll use this to kind of get it down where I want it. Easier said than done. Oh, the stickum came off of that. Okay, I'm going to stop this video for just a second while I get this thing set up.